So, can anyone hear me? Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone can hear me. I hope you can. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to watch the DJI event, and I have a list here of all the features that have been rumored about the Mavic Pro 2. So I have them all here, and I'm just going to go through, and as we learn about the Mavic 2 on their event here, I'm going to check off what is right and what was wrong about the leaks, because we've all been pretty interested in this for quite some time now. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. We're just gonna wait here for the live stream to start. Hello, sir. We got people waving. Hopefully it starts here soon. I might have to figure out an audio situation so I can hear it too without you guys hearing it twice. I think I'm gonna go grab some headphones. Okay, so here we go. Oh. you can see footage from the drone as it approached the area where they thought Rick might be. The live view confirmed that Rick was alive, and the GPS coordinates from the drone helped emergency teams determine his exact location.
That would suck.
Mountain rescue. Now I'm happy to tell you that Rick survived, suffering not much more than a few cuts and a little bit of frostbite. And as amazing as it is, Rick's story of a drone being used to help save his life is not unique. In fact, we've been keeping track of how many people have been rescued with the help of a drone. We're at 144, with more being added every month. It's stories like these that fuel our passion for innovation, that push our teams to the limit when designing new drone technology. We've pushed relentlessly to create products that are easy to use, portable enough to go with you almost anywhere, and powerful enough to capture epic moments in stunning detail. That's why DJI drones and the Mavic Pro in particular have become essential tools alongside DSLR cameras in the gear bags of many of today's top content creators, including photographers, videographers, and journalists. And we're excited that you've joined us today to see the bigger picture.
Ooh, here it comes.
It was almost 2 years ago that we introduced Mavic Pro to the world as the world's first foldable camera drone. Its revolutionary design made it so small and portable that you can slip it into a camera bag and take it with you almost anywhere. And its powerful camera captured impressive photos and videos like these. Mavic Pro proved that, like the camera on your cell phone, the best flying camera is simply the one you can take everywhere. And it quickly became the world's #1 selling drone. But there's a funny thing about Mavic Pro. As the rest of the world was exploring all of the new creative possibilities that it created, our engineering team was already hard at work, thinking about how we could make it better. During this process, we asked content creators what they wanted most. A more versatile camera that broadens the variety of creative shots that we can capture. Better flight performance to fly faster and longer. And an improved obstacle sensing system to let you focus more on capturing the perfect shot. Our R&D team went back to the drawing board, reviewing every element of Mavic Pro. It took us over 2 years, and along the way we invested over half of our R&D team into the process. The ask was simple: improve everything about Mavic Pro. Make it fly better, faster, quieter. Make the camera do more, from the performance of the sensor to how it flies through the air. Enhance what you love about
This is sounding like a lot of the stuff in the leaks.
and to make this drone live up to the Mavic name as the ultimate drone for creators who want to capture something incredible using a tool that can fit in their hands. The Mavic Pro set a high standard for us, and in its next iteration, I believe we're creating something truly special. Let's take a look.
Okay. Well, those sure are what they look like in the leaks. So we see the two models, or two cameras, sorry.
This is the DJI Mavic 2 series. They come with your choice of 2 camera options and they're
Yep.
the most technologically advanced consumer drones we've ever made. And they're optimized in every way to help you create stunning aerial photos and videos. When we reimagined our flagship drone, we started with the camera and the gimbal because we noticed 2 things. First, like the image behind me, the majority of aerial content is shot at dawn and dusk when lighting is most dramatic. This meant that the camera needed to be able to capture dynamic, often dimly So the zoom.
To address the first challenge, we created a more powerful camera. One with a sensor that gives superior performance across a variety of lighting conditions. Creating something this small that could fly on the airframe the size of Mavic 2 was an incredible design challenge. And to overcome it, we formed a very close partnership with one of the world's most respected camera manufacturers. We call this new drone Mavic 2 Pro. Mavic 2 Pro is the world's first drone with an integrated Hasselblad camera.
Okay.
We're excited to have senior executives from Hasselblad here with us today. So thank you, John Deal and Diane DiVincenzo, for joining us for this historic moment in aerial imaging technology.
So we see 28.
You won't find another drone of this size that shoots higher quality images. It has a 1-inch CMOS sensor that delivers detailed 20 megapixel photos with an adjustable aperture right from the track wheel on the remote.
Oh.
It gives you the flexibility to capture great images in bright or dim lighting conditions so that you can shoot all day,
Wow.
especially at sunrise and sunset. It captures ultra-high definition 4K video and produces outstanding image quality with higher color depth, dynamic range, and resolution than any Mavic before it. And because it's a Hasselblad, you have access to their advanced color science.
Okay.
You have access to the Hasselblad Natural Color Solution for improved color and tonality in your photos.
What was that?
For cinematographers, Mavic 2 Pro gives you an exceptional degree of latitude in post-production. It captures 10-bit D-Log M video with 4 times as many levels of color per channel when compared to the 8-bit video found on Mavic Pro, giving you more flexibility in post without degrading image.
So all those leaks about the variable aperture were true.
Video and supports the hybrid log gamma HDR standard, letting you play video straight from the drone onto a compatible HLG monitor with higher dynamic range and better color performance without spending time on post-production grading. To solve the second challenge of moving beyond these establishing shots, we created a camera that allowed you to get close to the action.
So zoom.
You need to be able to fly low, to fly close, and at the same time, not disturb the subject. This is a challenge for any drone. And like a professional photographer who pulls on a long focus lens when they can't get close enough to the subject, now, so does your DJI drone. We call this new drone Mavic 2 Zoom. It's the world's first foldable consumer drone with optical zoom. With an equivalent 24 to 48 millimeter optical zoom,
Okay.
plus 2 times
Oh.
digital zoom, it gives you an effective 96 millimeter telephoto lens for 4K lossless zoom at full HD video resolution. And its 1/2.3 sensor captures 4K video and 12 megapixel photos. The result is that we have an entirely new tool for storytelling. One that allows you to create things that capture a subject from a safe distance. With zoom, you can not only emphasize the subject, but also compose a classic image, one with a clear subject, in front of a vast background like this one, with compression. This means the difference between a flat-looking aerial shot you've seen 1,000 times and being able to create using the cinematic range of Hollywood.
That's pretty cool.
Now for photographers, Mavic 2 Zoom lets you capture stunning landscapes, like this photo with a new feature we call Super Resolution. Super Resolution automatically captures a gigantic 48 megapixel image of what you see in your 24 millimeter field of view. Using optical zoom, it shoots and stitches 9 photos together for an incredibly detailed image.
Wow.
All of the image processing and computational photography is done right on board the drone, so you don't have to spend time editing and stitching the photos at all.
That is pretty cool.
Across the Mavic 2 series, we've boosted their abilities to capture video as well. Each has a maximum bitrate of 100 megabits per second
Yep.
and can shoot using the new H.265 codec, meaning videos shot on Mavic 2 give you more flexibility and latitude in your post-production workflows.
That's cool.
Photos are going to stand out too, with Mavic 2's new enhanced dynamic range capabilities.
Okay.
Using eHDR, the drone takes a series of photos at different exposure levels, generating an image with high dynamic range that removes blown-out highlights and flash shadows. It delivers an incredible 13 stops of dynamic range for Mavic 2 Zoom and 14 stops for Mavic 2 Pro. And here, the results are absolutely
Now, do they have HDR for video is the big question.
We couldn't be more proud of these two new cameras because with Mavic 2 Zoom, we think having optical zoom at your fingertips is going to be a game changer, opening up new genres of aerial content. And Mavic 2 Pro's Hasselblad camera gives you the imaging power to create with more detail across a wider variety of lighting conditions than ever before. Back in 2012, when flying a camera was a new technique, the unique perspective a drone provided worked like magic wand. Aerial images would automatically get a wow from anyone who saw them. 6 years later, with millions of camera drones out there and hours of aerial content created every day, it's much more difficult to impress.
That's true.
Content creators told us they want more magic. They want freedom, just like the freedom Phantom offered, to move a camera anywhere in three-dimensional space. So we asked ourselves, what could we do? What more could we offer?
Removable gimbal?
On the fourth dimension of time, with a new feature.
Oh, hyperlapse.
Hyperlapse is a technique that for a long time only professionals could master. It requires movement of the camera with expensive equipment such as tracks and pods, and frequently you're creating a shot that moves just a few feet. But with the help of a new algorithm and a more powerful onboard processor to match
Oh, you can see the rear obstacle avoidance there. So it does have a rear obstacle avoidance, so the omnidirectional.
and it processes the images into video literally on the fly. This feature is based on Mavic 2's ability to self-locate, estimate its attitude, and precisely track subjects. It's a big technological achievement and a huge creative achievement as well. Because now, producing a professional quality aerial hyperlapse is as easy as just one tap. We've created 4 hyperlapse modes, so you have creative freedom to capture the shot that's just the right look. Free, circle, course lock, and waypoint. With free mode, you have complete freedom to fly as you like. With circle, the drone automatically flies in a circular pattern around the subject you select to create a video that captures the action. And course lock keeps the camera fixed on your subject while the drone flies in a straight path to create a unique perspective. With waypoint, you can plan a flight path based on GPS coordinates and altitude to capture something incredibly complex, shots like this one. And for all of these modes, we're working to introduce a task library function that saves the flight plan for future shots.
Ooh, day to night. Those are really cool.
Unique content like that dramatic blending of day to night. Or this hyperlapse of the Manhattan skyline that was shot yesterday and came directly from the drone without any color grading or editing. This visual effect that was once reserved for professionals now belongs to everyone. Our next feature is a truly exciting addition to the full
So the new quick shots.
DJI offers. For new content creators with limited drone flying experience, quick shots help you easily create smooth, powerful, cinematic camera moves. Just one tap sends the drone on a pre-programmed flight path while the drone automatically tracks the subject along the way. We've kept your favorites from Spark and Mavic Air, including Drone, Circle, Helix, Rocket, Boomerang,
Okay.
Astro, and we've added one more. This new quick shot is amazing, and we created it specifically for Mavic 2 Zoom. You've seen it
So it's the dolly zoom.
directed by some of the most iconic
Spoiler alert.
Hollywood, including Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg, and Martin Scorsese. It's an effect that's been used in the film industry for over 60 years, but it's been limited to those with access to professional camera gear. It's my favorite quick shot yet, and it's called Dolly Zoom. Dolly Zoom lets you bring an otherworldly, warped perspective to your storytelling. With just one tap, the drone zooms in as it flies backward, keeping the subject the same size while the full background of the scene is revealed. It adds suspense and drama to any story. With
That is
Dolly
pretty
Zoom,
cool.
Mavic 2 now has 7 quick shots.
Now you can do that in post-production, but if it's in 4K you are going to lose some quality, whereas with the zoom model you won't because it's optical zoom.
Like hyperlapse and quick shots is our active track technology. Active track uses complex
So Active Track 2.0.
computer vision, and artificial intelligence to identify and automatically follow a subject. And with Mavic 2, we gave Active Track even more power. Unlike Mavic Pro, which could only see tracked objects in 2 dimensions, Mavic 2 uses all 3 forward-facing cameras to see what's in front of it and create a 3D map. New trajectory algorithms analyze motion and predict your subject's paths up to 3 seconds in the future, so your subject stays in the frame even if it momentarily goes behind an object like a tree. And it can keep pace with fast-moving action scenes as well. Now, Active Track can track subject moving as fast as the drone can fly, making this car chase possible to film entirely using Active Track.
That's pretty cool.
We created these intelligent features on Mavic 2 to help you broaden your creative language for visual storytelling. Whether you're using hyperlapse to capture the passing of time, quick shots to help you capture a cinematic effect, or using Active Track to keep your camera locked on the subject. It serves a larger goal. It's the goal we set for everything we did with Mavic 2, and that's giving you the tools. When we asked photographers what they wanted most
The tools.
from an event, a new camera, more intelligent features, the simple answer was as close to a DSLR as possible. That is to allow them to focus on composing the shot without worrying about things like battery power, flight time, obstacle collisions, and to have a sharp and reliable preview of the shot just like the DSLR in your hand. I have to admit, this is a challenge for our R&D team. Along the journey in creating Mavic 2, countless prototypes were made and evaluated. The result is a new drone that's been optimized in every way. Flies longer, faster, and quieter, all in the same shape as the Like Mavic Pro, it's almost the same size as a water bottle, letting you slip it in your backpack or camera bag to take it anywhere. It's redesigned, more aerodynamic airframe reduces body drag by up to 19% compared to Mavic Pro.
Yep, some more aerodynamic.
A rake wingtip design that improves efficiency and reduces noise, and you added more powerful motor. There's some of the
Yep,
quietest
and the larger motors,
advanced electronic
more efficient and quieter flight.
to create maximum torque with minimal noise. This is a huge advancement for drone technology, and these innovations make Mavic 2 one of the quietest, most power-efficient drones of its size. These innovations deliver a record-breaking flight time of up to 31 minutes. Every single minute is one
Yep,
more minute for you to carefully
31-minute flight time.
or fly your path again for better timing. And because Mavic 2 is significantly quieter, you can get closer to your subject like this polar bear without causing disturbance. This means you can also fly at speeds of up to 44 miles an hour, helping you push through a strong headwind or keep up with a fast-moving action scene. In addition to faster, more
Let's
efficient
see.
performance, Mavic 2 gives you the highest quality live view of any DJI. To do it, we created a brand new transmission system.
Okay,
Accuracy 2.0.
so we're close.
Switches automatically between 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz frequencies to give you better interference resistance. And we've optimized performance by separating the uplink and downlink signals. And now they work on different frequencies, making this the most reliable transmission system we've ever had. And here, Mavic 2 offers important new innovations for creators. The live view image displays at full 1080p resolution at frequencies of up to
Okay, so I just checked the DJI website here, and it says that the Mavic 2 Zoom is actually $1,250 US, and the Mavic 2 Pro is $1,449. So they are a bit more expensive than what we had originally thought. So APAS is on it as well. Oh man, no 4K at 60. No. Oh man, does the zoom? Oh, that sucks. So there is HDR video, luckily, but there isn't 4K at 60p. So we didn't see it's the exact same resolution and frame rates as the Mavic Air. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping for 4K at 60. That is a good idea, but man, it can be annoying. So if you're flying constantly, you can go 31 minutes and you can get 29 if you're just hovering. So the temperature range for operating did increase, luckily. So we see -10 to 40 degrees. So the omnidirectional, that is cool. We did see, for the person who asked before, there is upward positioning and upward obstacle avoidance. So that was actually quite surprising for me, but it's cool. So yeah, they do have the OcuSync 2.0. I can't believe they didn't add 60 frames per second. So the battery isn't as big as we thought, so it's 3850, and the leaked was 4820. So it does have a bit of a smaller battery, but the flight time is the same. So the remote operating temperature is actually 0 degrees to 40 degrees, which is kind of odd, as it's different than the Mavic 2's body itself. So I think at this point, we pretty much see everything about it. So I will just move this over so you can still watch this guy if you want to. But looking at it here, so the 1-inch CMOS sensor, yep. It's 28mm focal length. So that variable aperture is pretty cool. Up to 6400 ISO. 1/8000 shutter speed, so that's pretty cool, and that is a very big image. So it's a 20 megapixel camera, so that is a pretty large image for a drone. Still upset about the no 4K at 60, but we still have an amazing camera on this. And 2.7K is debatably just as it's better for grading, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I'm fine with 2.7K at 60. But if you're paying this much money for a drone, I would have expected them to add 4K at 60 frames per second. I'm not sure why they didn't, but anyways. So the H.265 format is pretty cool. That's the same as what my Sony a6500 records in. So moving over to the zoom version. So same size sensor. Looks about everything is about the same as the current Mavic Pro on the zoom model, except for the fact that it can zoom, obviously, for the camera wise. But they did add the 2.7K 60 and 120p at Full HD, and both of them do have 100 megabytes per second. So there are a lot more color modes on the Hasselblad version as well, and the HDR video, which is a very big thing. That's cool. So my question is, are they going to add these hyperlapse modes to the other drones? Because you can do them already with flight paths and just making your drone go very slow. But it would be pretty cool if they added them to the Mavic Air and possibly the Spark 2. So the same straight down to 30-degree up gimbal pitch, 3-axis. Same speeds for ascent and descent, but in sport mode you can hit, 72 kilometers per hour in sport mode. So I am liking the fact that they did change the operating temperature here. Before it was just 0 degrees to 30, I think. So they did add around 20 degrees extra leeway, which is good. Us people in Canada probably still will be pushing it a bit, because -10 is still pretty warm for Canada in some places, but we'll have to wait and see. I used my Mavic Pro in the cold quite a bit, and it was fine. Just got to be careful with the batteries. So the remote, it looks like most of the stuff is the same, but it switches between 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz. So that OcuSync 2.0, this is going to be the best of the best in the way of connection at 1080p video transmission. Where was that? Well, yeah, 1080p. And as you can see here, they actually put the lightning and then micro USB and USB-C. So it has all the normal ports to connect your phone. And it does have the onboard storage as well, up to 128 gigabyte memory cards, USB or UHS speed grade 3. So good cards. Too bad they didn't use these for 4K 60. I'm sad about that. So omnidirectional obstacle sensing, that is very cool. They don't have a charge time on there. Still uses DJI Go 4, OcuSync 2.0. So you can see remote controller, 1080p, 30 frames per second. So that's very good. And that's about it. So if we do, so you can see them there, and if we do go over to buy now, so as you can see, the Pro version, holy, so those are those are quite expensive. So if we just look at it here, you can see that huge camera on it. That is just insane. Look at that thing. We can see it looks very similar to the original Mavic Pro, like extremely similar. So we have the obstacle avoidance sensors all over the place, and those new props look pretty cool. That camera is just huge. But the design itself is very similar, as you can see. The remote actually pretty much looks identical. I can't tell if they added the removable thumbsticks. I would assume they did. I'm not sure what that is on the side there either. So you get the same stuff. Look at that huge gimbal cover for that massive camera. And as you can see, the batteries are different. I want to go in here and just check. So you can see how those for the Pro model, and then for the Zoom, you can see it's 1249 or 1600. So, and you in the so you get an even, so in the, you get the DJI goggles with that model. So they're, I don't see a Flymore combo, which is kind of odd. Yeah, that is very odd. Not sure why they didn't that's new. So I just want to go back over here and just check out the batteries. Where can we find the batteries? Products, so we go into Mavic. Okay, so here's the Flymore. Let's see how much the Flymore is. That's, so you save 145 US dollars. Okay, so the Flymore kit is completely separate. So when you buy the Flymore kit, you buy it separate from the drone, and it's $320. The leaks thought around $300 more, so $320. That's pretty close right there. So basically, when you buy the Flymore, I guess now you buy it completely separately from the drone. So that is actually a pretty cool addition, because you're paying the same amount, you save the same amount of money as if you were buying the Flymore kit with the drone, but then you can just purchase the drone first and then choose to get the Flymore in the future, because it's going to already take a pretty big dent out of anyone's wallet because of those large price tags. But you're getting everything you could ever ask for in a drone, other than the 4K 60. Come on. But everything else looks really good, and we were pretty much correct about everything in the about the Mavic 2. So it actually, okay, so the low nose props are the only props. Batteries cost $120, and they do not, yeah, they are not backwards compatible, I would say. You can get ND filters for the Zoom model, and you don't need them as much now for the other, for the Hasselblad version, because you have the variable aperture, which is actually pretty cool. Care refresh for the Mavic 2 is $130. Prop guards. So that is pretty cool. So everything, pretty much everything we thought about the Mavic 2 was correct, except for the 60 frames per second. We're gonna have to put that back 30, sadly, and there is HDR. So I'm just gonna run through this here for you guys real quick. So the Mavic 2 zoom, 24 to 48mm zoom lens. This is not the right price, sadly, so it's $1249.99, and then the Flymore combo is $319.99 more. And then this one, how much was that? $1449. So almost $1,500. And then we add on the other $320 for the Flymore, as there's two models. It kind of makes sense for them to split up the Flymore combos so they don't have to have hundreds of different variations on their website. Frame rates, we were wrong about the 240 and the 120, so here we go. Costs 24 to 4, so the Mavic 2 zoom, 24 to 48mm zoom lens. It is capable of dolly zooms as its new quick shot. $1,250 price tag, and $320 more for the Flymore combo, which is more of a add-on now. Mavic 2 Pro 1-inch CMOS Hasselblad camera with variable aperture, starting at $1,450 and $320 for the Flymore. 1080p at 120 frames per second, 2.7K at 60 frames per second, and 4K at 36 frames per second with HDR support on the Pro model. Very similar design to the Mavic Pro, but a tiny bit bigger, slightly more aerodynamic design and less wind resistance, larger motors that are much more efficient, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance sensors, same folding design, more protected gimbal area, and there is an easier to install cover, new batteries, and removable gimbal. We have not guaranteed that. I'm not sure about that. Top speed of 72 kilometers per hour, more agile, more efficient ESCs and motors, quieter flight, autopilot assistance systems, active track 2.0, more quick shots, so that's the new dolly zoom, hyperlapse mode, and sort of weather resistance as you can fly it in cooler and warmer temperatures. We did see larger batteries, but they are not that big. They are 3800 something. I'm just going to put 3800. I think it was 3820. Fast charging, nope. We're going to get rid of that. More resilience in warm and cool weather, that was correct. And new indicator, we are not sure about that yet. And the remote, same design, larger battery, OcuSync. So you can buy it now. So it is available now. Woo. Sorry, I can't spell. So that's about it. We know everything about the Mavic 2 now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to end the stream now and make a real quick video just going over this so that anyone who didn't watch the stream can learn it too. And I'll have many more videos about the Mavic 2 soon. I will talk to you in my next video. Have a great day.